Welcome back. I'm back. Morning. All right. So, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Nora. You. What up? All right. All right, everybody's Friday going. Made it to the weekend. Let's see. All right, so that's my dog doing. All right, so picking up from yesterday, right? Is that good for the most part? That's good. All right, so picking up from yesterday. Yesterday was mainly kind of some bug fixing with the visuals. Matter of fact, be easier to explain if I actually start it up. Can't complain here, Vash. Can't complain. Another week in the books, right? Appreciate you asking. All right, so yeah, yesterday's stream mainly just fixed some bugs, some visual stuff. It's pretty much with the attacks. Also set up the fire version of this. That was one of the main visual issues too. But yes, we got the fire version of that done during yesterday's stream. That's something new that I didn't get to show yet. So yeah, we got that. And off stream, I went ahead and set up the fire versions of the other stuff. So Rajangeki, Kyoret Suzan. So then we got Fire Rajangeki and Fire Kyoret Suzan. Looks better when I last saw this. It's been getting some stuff done. I'm trying to get enough updates made to have a decent amount of content for the next devlog, which was supposed to be this weekend, but potential sponsorship incoming, so gotta push it back a little bit to the 27th, so next weekend, Saturday. Morning, Chris. What up? You didn't miss much. I'm kind of just going over everything. Damn, voice is already messing up on me. Going over everything from yesterday. Aquino, what's up? Shiny Furry, how you doing? So yeah, Chris, yesterday basically just fixed some visual stuff. Some visual issues. And set up the fire version of Coenzon. So we got that. Spent a lot of time dealing with the fire because it was trying to find a good balance of like how many fire particles to spawn. And then off stream, I went ahead and set up the fire versions of the fire versions of Rajangeki and Kyoret Suzan. So they look like this. And then I decided, since, you know, in his default form, I think we called it the Omni chip or Proto chip. I think Proto chip was non-elemental. We haven't touched that yet. But in this form, he has like one attack for each element. So when he goes into the specific form of each element, then that original move gets upgraded. So off stream, I worked on that. So if he goes into fire, then Ryu Engine turns into, I just call it Ryu Engine Plus, which is this, instead of just this. And I need to do the same thing for the air version. So that's what I'm going to be starting with today, is the air Ryu Engine Plus. When do we get a playable version with sandbox kind of version? Can't wait to try myself. So you can get the last build, not the current one. The current build won't be available until the devlog goes up, which next Saturday, 27th. But yeah, that's a Patreon reward for the second tier, I think. But yeah, I've done a lot of changes since the last build. Especially some stuff under the hood, not the visuals, like some controls related stuff, and how some of the other things work. Like the wall run has a, whoops, camo 0. Like the wall run has a different animation, and the camera tilt. Tweaked vaulting a little bit. It still needs some work, but made some fixes to the lock on, because beforehand you could look away and still lock on to an enemy behind you, so that got fixed. What else? Oh, sprinting. Like, you don't have to dash first in order to sprint. You can just go into a sprint. Controls have been tweaked a lot, and that's why a lot of things are broken right now. And some stuff is disabled. Like blade mode right now is disabled because I'm trying to streamline the control setup, and it's really controller focused. So it's disabled until I figure out exactly how I want things to work. Maybe a horizontal spin followed by a knockdown of the aerial, like 2 spins and knock him down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not necessarily a horizontal spin, but I was thinking 2 hits and then the knockdown. It's a good web talent support, bro. I appreciate it. 100%. I haven't labbed anything like any combos with this. But I did get all of the like damage, knockback, the hitbox itself. I did get all that set up, so it functions. But I feel like I want to tone down the fire on it though. Not for the uppercut part, but just the first 3 hits. I think I want to tone those down a little bit. Let's see. What would a combo look like with this? Like, something light. Let's see. Have you heard of the PB Win About a game before? I don't believe I have. Also, I think I'm gonna start trying to make my own game as well. Kind of want to do a remaster of Solo to Borrow. If you know the game, I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me write that down. Solar to Robo. Wave K. But yeah, shit, I encourage anyone, like if you're looking into getting into game design, I say go for it. It's an old DS game, banger, gotcha. Skyro, what is up? But yeah, I encourage anybody, if you want to get into game design, you know, just the best way to learn is just to go for it. I know it can seem like kind of daunting at first, but like anything else, it just takes practice. That's why I'm trying to get that Discord up and going, just to have like a space for, you know, devs who want to collaborate or showcase some of the stuff you're working on, or ask for some help, or, you know, people who want to get into dev can, you know, jump into Discord and ask for tips. Maybe have some game jams, that'd be dope. Let's see. You'll get deep into the process, but love it, right? I learned ASM through Discord. There's some amazing people out there who love to help. Right, right. All right, now I play on DS with lots of games. It feels refreshing somehow. I get that. Yeah, I 100% get that. Every now and then I go back and play something that I really played in my childhood. Like I think the most recent one was The Legend of Dragoon. I played that a lot back then. Which I wanted to give Legend of Dragoon the Zero remake treatment, like not like a full-blown project or like a multi-series of devlogs. It was gonna be like a one-off, like a what if, but I couldn't find a decent model for Dart, the main character. I couldn't find a decent model, and the one that I did find, the creator does not have him available for download, so I kind of had to put a nix in that until I either can, I guess, afford to commission someone to create a model for me and set up the rigging, or do it myself. And doing it myself, I am not a 3D modeler. I know how to rig a little bit, I know how to like weight paint, but modeling itself, I barely know how to do it. That's tough. Some more game unique soul, if you get what I mean. Oh yeah, they do, like for sure. Like a lot of older games have there's a charm to them, right? Especially if you know a little bit of what went into making it. Like on the game development side, like you'll see, like when you find out about some of the tricks the devs did to achieve the look or feel for the game, especially with the limitations of the hardware back then. Say I'd love to join that server. Said I can't code. Alright. Still have to check out the hack. Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask you about that. Yeah, how is that coming along? Just jump into your game development. It'll come to you as long as you have the passion. Right. You just gotta stick with it. Because it's definitely gonna be there are gonna be times when you're gonna question, do you really want to still do it? Like, I've been doing game development since like 20, I guess if I were to count when I tried to do games in Flash, then I would say like 2012. And even then, I still run into issues. I run into challenges. So you're always gonna be learning something new. I'm out here in the field, so I'm lurking. What up, Trizzy? Yeah, you stay cool out there in this heat. But yeah, Skyro, I need to check that out. All right. So, what did I say? Plan for the day is Aerial Reunion Plus. Turning the fire down a little bit for the first 3 hits of this. And then we're gonna move on to the Thunder version of some special moves. Which I already know what I want for this. Oh, also I did set it up in advance. Am I gonna get flagged for this song? I might get flagged for this song. Hold on. Come on, Game Chops. Need you to not throw in some covers of other songs. All right, just roll with this. All right, back to it. Let's see, what app do you use? Unreal 5 or Unity? I use Unity. Hey, what up, Drake? Yeah, I use Unity. I've been wanting to kind of play around in Godot to kind of just see what it's like. I've tried to use Unreal a couple times, but I haven't really sat down and actually tried to learn it. Oh no, you're good, Shawnee. Appreciate that, Dre. Same to you. Let's see, is it easy to learn? Only did Unity and Blender for the moment. You mean as far as like the engines go? So they all have their own learning curve. So it's really tough to say whether one is easier to pick up than the other, because they all have their own learning curves. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of easy, but you can still learn from tutorials or an easy Unity coding course. Still, I use Godot. That's so cool. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't have any experience with Godot, so I really can't speak on whether or not that one's easy to learn compared to the other two. But for sure, yeah, that's where I would recommend to start is some simple tutorials on like basic stuff. I say basic, but it's going to be like a foundation of everything else you do. Like how to handle components and referencing things in code, setting up prefabs, and all that stuff. I think the first Unity tutorial I ever did was like I kind of messed up on my end, but I tried to jump right in and go for a hack and slash, and that was terrible. That was a terrible time. But like tutorials on like how to do a platformer, how to do a first person camera setup, just simple stuff. All right, so let's get started with this. Turn this fire down a little bit. Where are you? I think the main culprit is this system. Turn it down to 10. A little smaller. This should be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. If it's still bad after this, not bad, but if it's still a bit much after this, I'm gonna get that one. 0.1 and all right, see how it looks. Wrong move. Okay, that's better. Easier to see him. And that's the main thing. I didn't want it to be so much fire that it'd be hard to see Zero during the attack. Maybe every spin the fire gets more intense. That's doable, actually, especially with the way I just tried this fix, because the amount of particles. What is my dog doing back here? What are you fighting? Oh, her toy. Will you leave it alone? That's not even your toy. Hold on. How'd you get that? All right. Yeah, so the way I tweaked the particles just now is actually tied to the animation itself. So that is possible. I could make it the fire pick up. I would probably do it not during the first part, because that one attack is actually 3 animations put together. The first slash is 1 animation. The 2 slashes, I cut the keyframes from a different attack, because it was like a 1 long animation of like 6 hits, and I just took 2 hits out, the 2 spins. And the third hit, the 4th hit is just this. So what I could probably do is during the 2 spins, have them ramp up towards the end. I think that actually might look cool. You can try that. Let's see. Let's see. Looking at that because I used to make fancy animation for VR chat. Oh, well, you got some animation experience. That's gonna help you out a lot. See, been over before. Making a hack and slash was tough as hell for me in Unity. Surprisingly, in Unreal, it was easier for me to wait one. Oh, nice. I literally used VR chat like 1 time and never use it again. My poor computer. I haven't tried VR chat. Then again, I know you can play VR chat with M&K now. You don't have to have a VR headset, but I want to play with a VR headset. Get my new config soon. I'm still thinking, oh yeah, I haven't touched that part yet, the actual switch. I'm gonna set it up to where you can't switch mid attack. That's one thing I want to change. And instead it'll switch once an attack finishes, and then there'll be some visual effect on Zero to kind of exaggerate the change. But yeah, right now it's just, you can just insta switch, because I haven't gotten to that part yet. Maybe on the second you can make it more impactful on the screen, or like a charge thing. I can't unsee the hair clipping through the armor. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not much I can do about that right now. Sort of like Dante switching styles. Yeah, yeah. Casey, what's up? Or Cassie, hope I pronounced that right. I am terrible with names. All right. So double hits, fire trail. All right, so it starts 10 over distance. And let's see, we could have it. I need to make sure I catch maybe like right here. 0.3 20. I think 0.3 might be kind of overkill, but we'll see. So that was Casey. Gotcha. Appreciate. Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, Casey. Gotcha. You doing okay? That's good. Let's see. That's what about the DMC in my opinion. I saw some of the combos when Zero was in win form. Honestly, surprised a game like this has never been made from Capcom of all things. Looks like I appreciate it. Can't wait for your own project. I'll be first in line if this project is a reference. Oh yeah, for sure. This project is going to be the groundwork for that original project. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, the win form is crazy, and it's only going to get crazier when I actually start to do the win version of all these other moves. So that's why, like, right now you don't see fire for this, or you do see fire for that, but that's just because I had to put it there for a placeholder. But yeah, win form is crazy. I still have faith on Capcom fans from doing stuff to make fan games. Yeah, that's some good stuff out there. Like, I need to check out Corrupted. Someone mentioned that there was a Zero fan game, like a 2D Zero fan game out there. And then Spiral's working on a ROM hack. All right, let's see what it looks like. I don't think it ramps up fast enough. Let's have it by the third slash. Let's have it ramped up to max. So that's right here. About the third slash. So this is the double slash part. So that'll be slash number 2, and then number 3 will be right here. So probably about right there. Yeah, by this point. Let's just move these keyframes. All right. Might need to increase the amount. I mean, it happens so quick, it's hard to notice. This is really subtle. So let's over exaggerate it some more. Make them crazy. I don't want to do too much, but because that's a lot of particles. Let's just see. Why not? We can always revert it. That's more noticeable. Yeah, that's more noticeable. Happy that this project still continues and is alive. Yep, it's still going. Fire pockets for the first two slashes on the improved version are too low, maybe. Either that or at the start the fire pockets are too bright and the rest looks toned down in comparison. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what we kind of did now. Because when the particles start, there is like a burst of fire, so it kind of looks like there's a lot more in the beginning. I do like the ramp up though. The issue was that yesterday when we were working on this, it was like too much fire. Like you could barely see zero in the center. So we kind of just toned that down. Honestly, I could do the ramp up thing with this. I didn't even think of that yesterday. The ramp up here would actually go crazy. At this point, Capcom fans would need to carry DMC all too. You're not lying though. Hi, by the way, I forgot if I greeted properly. Oh, you're good, Hunter. How's it going? How you doing? Let's see. We're waiting on correct for years. Soundtrack is crazy. Look back and see it ramping up. Yeah, I might crank it some more just to really over exaggerate. You know, a little over exaggeration is not bad. But it was like yesterday, this move was terrible. Like it was just a circle of fire. You could not see zero. He said, "Oh, was that new?" Oh, Jilted, what up? Yeah, so that's Ryu Engine Plus. So if you go into fire mode and then you do Ryu Engine, he gets some extra hits before the uppercut instead of just this. Tone down the start maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the burst of fire, like when the attack starts. But yeah, for a moment, it only lasts like for that start though. But I do like the burst of fire at the beginning. I mean, if I do tone it down, I'll still need to add something. I do want to have some effect on Zero when he does a special. Maybe a flash. Some type of flash on him. Schmeat Garjar, I hope I pronounced that right. How you doing? Is it finally caught a stream live? Yeah, I've been trying to stay live more. Lightweight, it looks nasty, not gonna lie. It's satisfying to look at. Yeah, it really is. That's why I keep spamming it. You make bosses yet? Not yet. I want to get through at least 90% of Zero's attacks before I start working on the enemies, which we're almost there, right? The other 10% of his attacks are just gonna be like the Giga stuff. So Rikoha, Genmu Zero. But I want to at least get through everything else up to that point. Oh yeah, shiny. Yeah, shiny responded to that. How about not adding particles until 0 actually starts slashing? That person starts to exaggerate it. Maybe. It is a lot, I'll say that. And to be honest, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. It's not as much on the other ones. I think it's just because the bloom on that fire is a lot compared to the other elements. So yeah, probably do need to pull that back a little bit. Let's see. I gotta go. Just wanted to say, as a Mega Man Zero fan, love your work, superstar. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Just take your time to the gym. I know it. How many elements do you have planned? So right now there's flame, thunder, frost, wind. The other two, light and dark. I think we decided that'd be light and dark. They're gonna be like full-on form changes with their own move sets, their own special attacks. And that's gonna be light, which is gonna be Mythos Zero, and dark, which is what's it called? Chaos Omega. I literally have seen everything from this project since the first video. Loved it. So I appreciate you being here. Will you make this available for Switch? This would set your Nintendo Switch on fire with all the stuff that runs and visually how much it's trying to do. Now, with that said, I do want to test this on like a Steam Deck or a Logitech G Cloud or the Asus. What was the Asus one called? The Asus handheld. Asus. Are you planning on doing extras? For example, giving him his arm buster. So he kind of has it, but he doesn't really have it. I used the model for the buster to make those two stealable weapons. So if I do add it, it would be because he stole it from an enemy. It's not gonna be something in his base kit. Remind me of Nero's EX attacks. DMC is playing like DMC played a big part originally, but now it's having a bit more influence, especially with the addition of jump cancels, and the fact that for the Wenzon Plus, that's gonna have this is basically gonna be air raid, like Dante's air raid, and he'll be able to jump cancel out of it just like in DMC. So it'll be like, I think air raid is like 3 hits and then a 4th hit that spikes. So it'll be this, but before that big slash at the end, he'll do 3 slashes. And then the big slash, but you could jump cancel. You'll be able to jump cancel out of it before that big slash, and technically do the same thing you could do with air raid. Like you jump, air raid, first 3 hits, jump cancel, do air raid again, and let it play out. That first slash kind of doesn't really need particles since it's a startup move. Fair enough, yeah. Light and dark sounds dope. Vanilla chocolate flavor. Light and dark. We got to see Black Zero style mode. Uh, I thought about that, but no, dark is just gonna be like a different model entirely. But I may give that to the black armor. I may give that to Omega for like a phase 2 of the Omega boss fight. There's no animation for jump cancel. Yeah, like right now it's just this little particle effect, and Zero kind of twitches a little bit, but I do want to have an animation play. The problem is I have to undo a couple of things, like the IK that's having Zero's arm turn the way it does during that jump. I would need to make sure it disables during the front flip, or the front flip's gonna look weird with his arm trying to stay in that exact spot while the rest of his body does a flip. I mean, it's like a text, so it would be a blinking frame then go. Yeah, yeah, that's why I kind of haven't done it yet. Because in most cases, like if it's just a double jump, sure, you can have an animation. But in most cases, yeah, you're gonna jump up, do the attack, jump out of it, and then immediately go into something else. So you're not even really gonna see the animation if it's specifically used for a jump cancel. But if it's for a double jump, then yeah, I don't know. It's something that's gonna take some experimentation to kind of figure out. What Zero gonna be remaking? It's pretty much his own thing. But the bosses, majority of the bosses are gonna come from, because I only have 6 bosses playing. Majority of them come from, what's it, the first one? The one, which one had the Guardians? So there's Hapua, Leviathan, and Copy X. I have their models, but I don't have like Fefnir and Phantom. I don't have their models, unfortunately, but I do have Copy X and Omega. Omega is literally just a palette swap on this Zero. The Guardians are 1 and 2. Gotcha. No, I mean, he doesn't even twitch when you cancel. Gotcha. All right. Let's make some more tweaks. So, could tone down the burst of fire when it starts. But I'd still want some type of visual on Zero when he starts a special move. I don't want him to just go into the special move. I want it to be some quick flash or something, which I know one thing I could do is use these clones. I could spawn a clone on Zero at the start of a special. That could be an indicator. Just something to sell, like, oh shit, this move is not a normal attack. This move is, you know, something different. They're not fightable in 3 except Phantom in 4. I don't know why they don't show up in 4, or did they all die when Omega exploded at the end of 3? I don't remember. Most of the bosses could be from 0, 1, and 2. Maybe an extra boss Omega from 3. Could you link the cleanse onto a downward stab? Possibly. I do have like functionality for downward stuff, like stabs in here, like this. But I kind of want the twins on just to be like the whole air relief type thing. He's gonna have a downward stab anyway, but maybe. Well, technically, you could do if you're in wind form, you could do wind zone jump cancel into that, but that startup is slow. So I might speed this up too, that startup. Maybe for fire only. They protect 0 when a mega exploded. They literally disappeared from the place in Z3. Oh, they died? Well, they ain't dead here. Until 0 gets a hold of them, but a red fire clone, but slightly bigger. Possibly. Yeah, it's something to play around with. I'll probably try it off stream. All right, so back to this. I'm gonna tone down that initial burst just to see what happens. But I do like the ramp up. I think that's cool. And then I'm gonna put the ramp up on this too. Matter of fact, before we get to that burst, let's tweak the ramp up on the spin. Where do I want to put it though? It's on the spin. Alright, trail. So it needs to happen by here. So let's try right here. 0.4, 50. It definitely doesn't look like 50. But I guess because of the size. Let's see it. Don't notice. It happened. Well, you see it at the end. Oh, I did the wrong one. I did the ground one. All right. Or did I not? What was those dashes? Yeah, there's no there's a very slight pause between slashes between dashes, but you can pretty much just spam them. So that didn't change much about how it looked. So I either need to increase the amount of particles. Oh, never mind. I see why. I might need to pull this down to 3 because what I missed was this rate over distance. Let's try 20. That might ramp up too much. Or not. Yeah. think maybe, so I like it, but here's what's getting me. I think I'm overthinking it. Yeah, I think I'm overthinking it. We good with this. I'm overthinking it. Yeah, we can roll with this. Wheel of Fire. Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. So now to deal with this. I'm gonna tone down the burst at the beginning a little bit. Just a tad. Like in the air, that burst on the blade doesn't look as bad because the blade is pointed away from zero. But for this, it's right by him, and it kind of looks. Bits, what up? Try it on the enemy. All right. So there. Whoa, that's a bug. So two things here. One, when he hits the enemy with a fire attack, there's this flash of fire that makes it look like there's more fire on the attack than it is. So I'll probably turn that down a little bit. Or leave it. I mean, I like particles, so. But also the spin move in the air. So visually you see fire, but the project still thinks it's a wind attack. So I need to, and that's handled by the hitbox. So I need to tweak the hitbox to make sure that the game knows that's not a fire. I mean, that's not a wind attack you're using, that's a fire attack. So you need to adjust yourself. We can do that today too. Yeah, I like it. Engulfing the enemy. Yeah. Can you dev zero mythos? If I can get a model for him, but yeah, it's gonna be a transformation. That and this Chaos Omega model that I saw someone make for VR chat. But yeah, if I can get a decent looking model for Mythos Zero, or I might have to tweak this one. But I know enough about 3D modeling where I can take a model that's already made and, you know, make some tweaks to it. But the amount of tweaks I would need to make to get Mythos out of this model, that's a little rough. Let's see. Let's try a combo really quick. I already messed up what I was thinking. Okay. That's cool. You found the models for Fafnir and Phantom? Ah, shit. Think we good. Like, that would be perfect to have the 4 Guardians, Copy X, and Omega for the bosses. Well, I'm still throwing Magma Dragoon in there. That's not negotiable. Magma Dragoon's gonna be in there regardless. Gonna give Magma Dragoon like Akuma's whole moveset, including the Raging Demon. Sigma Dragon and Gilga Weapon Zero. I think Mythos form is too much for this project. This is for now. Yeah, if I was gonna do it, it was gonna be like a whole form change with its own move set, but it would be limited A by time, so like a time-based form, and B, in either form, whether it be Mythos or Chaos Omega, Zero wouldn't have access to the sub weapons. Instead, he would just have abilities in that form that would make up for some of the stuff he didn't have. He also wouldn't be able to switch elements and all that. But like for example, Chain Rod, too far away. You know, Chain Rod main utility is the fact that it's a gap closer. So Mythos Zero would have an ability that would serve as a gap closer to make up for the fact that he doesn't have access to the whip. Stuff like that. Mythos could be version with Yamato from DMC. That's what I was thinking. The official artwork of Mythos Zero does have like Virgil vibes. Basically, this game equals DMC, and this phase of the project, yes, like this phase of the project has been more influenced by DMC than the other stuff. Like PSO2 still plays a bit. Kingdom Hearts is kind of falling off with how much it's inspired this, because I'm kind of leaning away from how floaty it feels. But yeah, DMC is playing a bigger part now as far as combat goes. Yeah, Zero was a katana, so it fits. Yeah. But yeah, Mythos, it's on the way. We got to get through a lot of other stuff first. Because I don't want to get to a point where I'm adding new stuff on top of unfinished stuff, because that leads to some issues when you, well, potential issues when you go back and fix or finish that unfinished stuff, and the new stuff that got built on it now gets broken because it was built on some unfinished, like an unfinished foundation. You have the MGR ideas still implemented. Oh, the blade mode for Metal Gear Rising, it's disabled right now. Because I'm tweaking some other controls. So yeah, right now it's disabled. It's still in there though, and I'm gonna re-enable it once I figure out, like once I get controls finalized, and I'm gonna see if I can get like a camera effect to invert the colors on the screen to make it match what was that move called, Dark Hole, that Zero used in one of the X games. So basically blade mode is going to be Dark Hold. Yeah, once the base is done, we can think about Mythos and everything else. But yeah, we gotta get the foundation solid first. Okay, I wanted a mod to make Ryder make this here. I'm surprised no one, maybe somebody has modded MGR to have Zero in there. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if they didn't. How do you think X would work in a project like this? It would be weird because X's main mechanic is shooting. One way I could think about it is you can think about how Zenless handles the I cannot think of his name, and I played the beta. The white-haired android with the red jacket who uses two guns. I'm not sure why I can't think of his name right now. Billy Kid, yeah. So X, his shooting mechanic would have to play like that, so it, even though he's shooting, it would still feel like it's hack and slash. And honestly, Axel would fit more as Billy Kid, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess he would dodge and shoot you, and maybe dash run and slide. That window after the dash would, yeah. I mean, he does use Zero Saber at some point, but his main mechanic is shooting, so you would have to have a shooting mechanic that feels like a hack and slash, which is doable. I've seen it done plenty of times. The amount of ads I get in that game is unbelievable. X5. All I hear is yo every time I skip. I need to get back onto Zenless because I haven't played it since the beta. I've kind of been between working on this and playing First Ascendant. And then every now and again I would jump in and see what's happening on PSO2. Before that it was PSO2 and Apex, and then I don't know. I haven't touched Apex in like, it's almost 2 months now. I think I'm happy with this. We'll leave it for now. Let's get to the aerial Ryu engine plus, and after that, fire's done. As far as Zero goes, fire's done. Like the status effect thing, like setting the enemy on fire, that we'll do all the status effect stuff all at one time. Let's see what else. That's good. I think I said the aerial version was fine. Maybe. We'll double back for the aerial stuff because I know for a fact this I need to change. This I need to change. Get rid of the bolts. And this one's fine. But trying to batch everything up, so we'll deal with those, like the aerial burst stuff. We'll deal with those all at once. The status effect stuff, we'll deal with that all at once. Right now is just the special moves. So right now it's broken. So he can't go into Ryu engine because I have the code set up to look for an animation called Ryu engine plus if he's in fire form. So I kind of did all that stuff ahead of time. I just need to get the animation set up and he'll be good. Because he can still do it outside of fire form. So. Alright, let's get that fixed. Are you adding charge slash? So, yeah. I added it, but not in the way it works in the original games. So in the original games, you have to hold the button down, charge it up, and then you just release the attack. In this, it's more so, one, he does it at the end of the combo. So right there. Or two, if you just press and hold the attack button, he'll do it. Just like it's treated more, instead of a charge attack, and like in this, it's treated more like a heavy. But yeah, that's essentially it. It did introduce a new bug though. Well, it's not a new bug. I've dealt with this bug before. But basically when Zero transitions out of an attack and at the same time you try to go into a new attack, it will try to do both at the same time, and that'll cause Zero to behave weird, to say the least. It's a your engine. We don't speak of your engine. I can try to show you. It's sometimes I can replicate that issue. Like if I try to do this and then cancel, there it is. First try actually. So what I was trying to do was this and then this, but I stalled before going into this to see if I can catch the transition. And zero failed while also trying to do the charge move. There it is. I know how to fix it because I had the same issue with transitioning from a normal attack into a special. So it's fixable. It's a ballerina zero. I'm trying to remember who made but that was an MMX animation that perfectly showcased X in a hack and slash style. Oh, that'd be cool. The last fan animation I saw for anything Mega Man was it was a 0 one. That's what really inspired the project. When I saw the animation, it was like, okay, yeah, I need to let me swap out the character that I had in this project. Let's put 0 in here. Mega Man X fan animation by Shane. Let me write that down. I want to check that out after this. Ooh. Mega Man 0 with an X. So that's the one? All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot to check out the fan dub. Someone has to contact you if you need voice clips. Right. Yeah, I want to see how Johnny on Bosch, his lines from MVC sound in this. But yeah, I might have to reach out to them. We'll see. All right. So Aerial Ryu Engine Plus. I can check the animations that I have from some of these assets. I know there's one. Yeah, this one. Move this over so you can see it. What is happening to you down there, guy? Okay. There you go. So there was one down here that was a double slash. Said Lucas Gilbertson was an awesome 0. Facts. He even did a /5/7 with 0. He's still around but retired from voice acting. Ah, gotcha. Which one of these was the double slash? That was weird. Hey man, you've been working hard. Just wanted to say you're awesome and inspiring. I just make sure not to overwork yourself. I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely. I definitely came dangerously close to that point a couple months ago with this project. Like I really needed some time away from it. Where is that double slash? Yeah, that. Wonder if y'all can see it. Y'all can barely see it down there. Let me see if I can move this a little bit, just so y'all can see what I'm looking at. So yeah, I was gonna use this. So he would spin, do 2 hits, and then do that flip for the area reunion that spikes downward. That's what I had in mind. So this is make the heart grow fonder or some mushy stuff like that. Let's see. Damn, were you able to get some time to recuperate? Oh yeah. I was. I needed to step away from this and work on other stuff. Because I like experimenting with different ideas, and I haven't just been doing zero stuff for so long. I kind of wanted to do some other stuff. That's why I did like the first person thing with the Buster Sword. After the devlog, I'm doing something else. Because there's an Undertale idea I want to do. There's a Legend of Dragoon idea I want to try out. Well, yeah, trying to like basically the way I'm going about the project now is I would do a lot of work on zero, get the devlog out, and then take some time off from doing zero stuff, try some other idea, like something I can do in like a week, like not spend a month working on just something, just branch off from zero for a second, do something for like a week, something other than zero, and then come back to zero, repeat the process. Oh, is it, oh, you have my curiosity with the Untail thing? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about it, but it's gonna be like a what if type thing. Like, what if Undertale played like this? By like this, right now I'm leaning real-time combat. Like, what if it was 3D with real-time combat? But it's only going to be like one fight. It's not going to be like me remaking a section of Undertale. I'm just going to take a fight from Undertale, make it 3D, make it a real-time combat system. But the key part about that is, and that's what I'm struggling to figure out right now, is how to incorporate Undertale's system, like its combat system, into that real-time combat. That's what I'm figuring out right now. And once I get that figured out, because right now I don't want it to be just, oh, it's just real-time combat in Undertale. No, it needs to still have the feel of Undertale's like combat system, just 3D, but also real-time. Because I had the same issue with Cuphead. I wanted to make Cuphead like a first-person movement shooter. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do with my channel anyway, is to just experiment with ideas. um, and then like share my thought process and what I did to achieve certain things in the project and all those stuff. All right, so we got the spin move, so we're gonna go with that. Welcome back, Fitz. Have you seen the Berserk board game? I have not. How would you even implement Undertale combat dodges, I guess, into a hack and slash to begin with? Right there, Chris. Yeah, that's the challenge. That's what I want to figure out. Doing stuff like that is how I challenge myself as a developer. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, and if it turns out that trying to combine the two just don't work, then that's fine. But I still want to try and find out. Yo, Hablitz, what up? Is that how's it going? Working on some fire stuff right now. I'll showcase in a sec. What song is this? It sounds like a cover of is mad familiar. Let me go look at it. So it's called Lost in Thoughts All Alone by Tudd, Tudd, and General Offensive. That's a name. It sounds familiar. I've heard this. I've heard like the original song before, because that melody right there. But I cannot think of. Is it Xenoverse? Did it come from Xenoverse? Not Xenoverse, Xenosaga. I feel like it. Is it from? Oh, Fire Emblem. I knew it was something familiar, like something Nintendo. I think no, I think Jules is right. I think it is Fire Emblem. So I could die in peace. Oh, hi Blitz. I played the demo for the game last night. Yeah. So I like it. Kudos on the movement, like the 2D movement. Everything felt fluid. Like transitioning from like I started having a lot of fun running around, like running doing like the air dash into a wall jump into a wall that you can cling on with the pickaxe, and then you jump off of that, do another air dash. Like that was fun. The combat felt great. Really responsive combat, especially after unlocking all the other moves and started doing combos. The dodge counter, that was good. I might have skipped the dialogue that explains it. I found out by accident. And yeah, that was great. Fits. It's called Mirror and the Legend of the Gens on Steam. That's a game that Hablitz is working on. Yeah, the dodge counter was great. Oh, quick question. Do you watch Viva La Dirt League? Because I ran into a character at the town at the end of the demo who reminded me of a character from like their Epic NPC Man series. He was dressed as a fish carrying a fishing pole. They're glad you like the dodge mechanic. Yeah, the dodge count is great. Oh yeah. Morning. Break me for fishing, ain't it? Oh. I saw that character. I saw that dialogue when he started talking and just cracked up laughing. But yeah, for y'all, it's whoa, where's I am missing something. But yeah, Hyblis, you can yeah, Mirror and the Legend of the Gens. It's good. And Samaka means fish in our language. Ah, that's cool. But yeah, I liked it. Outside of mechanics, visually it was great, like fantastic sprites. I really like the sprite work. If you notice, the game is also inspired by Moroccan culture. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the full one. I like it. That boss fight was great. It felt like I know someone brought it up way back in one of the streams we're talking about boss fights. It the way I rate a boss fight, right, is if the fight felt more like a dance. Like it's just you and that boss, and the two of you are just scrapping, like going at it. It didn't feel like there was a gimmick mechanic in the fight that I had to, use this gimmick to, do the fight. It just felt, like I said, like a dance. It felt great. I really enjoyed it. Wow, you're the first saying this? Really? I really liked it. I think you have nailed a great balance between combat and platformer. I think you got something great going. How do you like the instrument mechanic? It's pretty simple at the moment. Um, yeah, it's like you said, it's pretty simple at the moment. I think I still think it's cool that you added it. Um, but it's just like you said, like it's just a demo. And it was only used once in the demo, but I could see how you could expand on it. Yeah, I could definitely see how you could expand on it. So, um, I don't think it's inclusion or execution in the project in the demo that I play. I don't think that takes away from the project at all. I think it takes a developer to understand the developer's intent. I agree. Indie devs are on point for sure. Protect the indie devs. A hint would be used to beat most of the bosses as a coup de grace. Ah, okay. That's cool that you're including that as a mechanic for in the fights. That's cool. But yeah, for sure, man, I'm looking forward to it. Cause the demo has me hooked. Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. And I know Trizzy, I don't know if he's still lurking in here, but he's gonna play the demo on his stream over on Twitch. I don't know if he's going live today or maybe this weekend, but yeah, he's gonna be playing it over there. Thank you so much, man. Glad you had fun. Sounds good. But yeah, no problem, man. Keep doing your thing. You said you were working on it 4 years, right? Yeah, well, it's clear like you've definitely been devoted to um making a solid, extremely solid game. Like those 4 years have not gone to waste, man. So yeah, y'all been busy. All right. Well, I was looking for the spin. This. All right. Can we get a blank version of that Mega Man Rise and Revengeance box art? Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. You want the thumbnail? Yeah, I got one. I got two versions of it. There's one with 0, and then the one that I use for the thumbnail of this video is Omega with this black and red. But it's before I switched back to the Toon shader, so that's like their realistic shader. So I probably recreate it with the Toon shader, but I'll post them as like a YouTube post. I'll post both of those after the live. I used it for a shirt too. It's kind of, I kind of did it myself, but thought it was cool. I feel like the picture, like the whole Revengeance look, I think that kind of fit 0. That's why I went for it. I said that I tried to make a Mega Man fan game, but ran into many problems with it. But the computer I used died. Oh, because the computer I used died. Gee, yeah, that sucks. I haven't had like a full, knock on wood, I haven't had like full failure with a computer before. But my desktop, I did a couple of months ago, I did just have 2 hard drives in my desktop simultaneously, both just die. Like, it was kind of rough. This makes me want a Castlevania Rise and Alucard game. I've had my previous computer just tank in quality over the course of 4 years. Thanks, Persona 4 Gold, though, Steve. All right. Animation, attacks, special, Ryu engine. Where are you? This. Whoops. Forgot to lock the panel. Rename you. And this is the start. So many nodes. Actually, what I'm gonna do is find this one. Paste that. Transition those. And let's get this transition looking right. Just move it like this so you can see it. Castlevania game in the style of this would be awesome. Huh. Potential idea. Might write that down, especially if Alucard's protagonist. As impactful as it sounds for the average PC user, you kind of have to reserve a computer for a specific function, in this case game development. Right. Yeah, like I'm streaming from my PC, but Unity is actually running on my laptop. My laptop is what handles all my game dev stuff. It's a custom built Origin PC or laptop. PC, on the other hand, unfortunately struggles to run. Oddly enough, it can run, like I can play games using, it has a really old graphics card, like a 1060. The laptop has a 20 series. But the desktop can run plenty of stuff as far as playing games, but when I try to run Unity on the PC, it just struggles. All right, so spin. Oh wait, I didn't change the animation. I just added the node. Hold on. There you go. All right. So now I'm going to be adjusting this, the transition between the two. So let's see. Slash. Actually, I need to tweak something really quick. Oh no, it's already. I don't want it to loop though. All right. So I don't want that last slash, like, yeah, that takes, whoa. Also, I know he moves during the preview, which I think I just need to turn off this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so 2 hits, and then it takes way too long for that to happen. So maybe here. Wait. I might just skip some frames in this. See how it looks full speed. It looks weird on the Unity model. It's like this weird snap. Let's try to skip a couple frames. All right, that feels smoother. It's still like a pretty quick change. Also, the reason his legs look like this is because the layer for the aerial attacks only animates the upper body. But I have some stuff in place that will take care of leg movement. We can go with this. Just to have a starting point, then we can always make adjustments. So I need to get the hitbox set up, the slash. The fire effect is handled through code. Which is, matter of fact, I need to, speaking of, revision plus air. Attack legs, you'll be right bent. That's gonna take care of the leg. Same for this one. I might change that later. All right, that's fine. This is not a ground attack, so you make sure I turn that off. It is a partial attack because it transitions into another animation. Special ability, yes. That should be all here. Jump cancel really can't because you're in the air. The only form that can jump cancel in the air is wind form. This is fine. Don't need to touch those. Cool. And what I'll do just to be able to see what I'm working with. Where is it? Region plus air. There we go. So that's the first half of it. The second half is already set. I don't have to do anything with that. It's this part that I have to tweak. All right, so now you get to see how I actually set up attacks. Let's see. So long as the game can run on my 16 series, you should be good with a 16 series. His right arm almost too bendy, needs elbow strength. Before he crosses his arms, that's a good point for the animation. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, emulation. All right, so this animation isn't going to play past like here. Like by this point, it's already started transitioning. So the rest of this, I don't really have to worry about. I could just delete the keyframes, so I won't have to worry about them. That'd be fine. BCSX2, yeah, for sure. Bop, bop. All right, let's start with. I normally start with the animation events. So maybe like right here. Let's get a saber sound effect. Get another saber sound effect. Probably about right there. Do I want to move him any during this attack? Or just have him sit in place? I think for right now, I'll leave him in place. I could move him forward for the first slash. I just have to make sure that the hitbox doesn't push the enemy back any after that. Yeah, you can definitely run emulators on a good phone. I think I'll move him forward a little bit. Set forward, add forward. Not much. And then have all that forward force just cut off. So move forward, do the first slash. I'll play around with other values later. Just have to make sure that first hit does not push the enemy away, so the second hit can connect. All right, next is the slash, which, yeah, both of those slashes go in the same direction, so that saves me some work. Try to get the angle down. It's like right from here. All right. Where are you? Slash effect. I know it's called green, but its code is going to change the color. I just can't change the name at this point because since it's handled by keyframes, any animation that uses this specific effect is going to look for that specific name. So I can't change it at this point without breaking all those other animations. Hindsight is 2020. Well, that's just because at the beginning of this project, I didn't plan on doing all this other stuff. It's kind of already where I needed to be. Honestly. Yeah. What frame is that? So what I like to do is normally cut the effect on a frame before, or a frame or two before where the hitbox would actually cut on. And then cut it off probably about 2 or 3 frames after where the hitbox would cut on. But it's gonna be fire going on anyway, so even if I kind of miss where I want it to show up, it's gonna be covered by the fire. I do want to pull it away a little bit, just a tad. Then we need to cut it back on. Oh no, the second attack actually has a higher angle. Yeah, I need to rotate it. Shouldn't let me copy those frames. There we go. I need to make sure it cuts off before the transition happens. The transition happens somewhere around here. So I actually might need to pull this back. No, that's too much. All right. Hitbox is next. And then after the hitbox, we should be good to test it. Yeah, even if you misplace it, fire with mask. Yeah. Honestly, Zero as a ballerina works. Hitbox. So I'm really generous with the hitboxes. I don't feel like they have to be super accurate. That looks fine. One frame, 2 frame. All right, 3 frames should be enough. Curious about this because that transition. We'll see. All right. So hitbox, damage, and all that are done. They're tied to animations, so they're keyframed in. Damage is arbitrary because I'm gonna actually put the real damage values once everything else is done. So, made the taunt randomize which animation you do and which text bubble you get, and the game is really gonna be come here. Only got come on like 3 times. Let's see. So the first hit doesn't need to have knockback. Maybe a little launch force. Hit stop. I'm gonna leave hit stop off for that one. It can slice. Hit effects type is 3 for fire, 1 for normal hit. Now for the second hit. Leave that the same. Knockback. Since it's gonna move right after this, I'll do a little bit of knockback. A little bit of launch. No hit stop. These two can stay the same. All right. Let's see it. I know I'm gonna have to deal with the fire too, because by default it might be too much. Oh, I forgot to turn that saber off. There we go. Okay. Whoa, he didn't. I need to tweak the transition time because he skipped some frames in that last hit. He skipped the frame that moves him up. Right there. Sometimes he skips it, sometimes he doesn't. So I need to tweak that. Yeah. I'll probably move him forward a little bit more too in on the first hit. Yeah, we need to move. Need to move a little more. Let's see how it looks. All right, so as far as how he moves the enemy with it, that's all good. Whoops. What? I for sure did not put that much launch on that attack. Yeah, need to fix the transition first. Yo, what up, Django? All right, let's start with that transition. So basically what's happening is somewhere in here on Reunion, somewhere in here, there's an animation event that's being skipped and I need it to play. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So what I need is to probably give this a couple more frames, which is gonna make this look a little weird. Let's see how it looks in motion versus that preview. Yeah, in motion you really can't tell. I just need to make sure that that animation event doesn't get skipped so it can actually like properly move Zero up and forward for that last hit. And I think what I'll do for the first two hits is when I start Zero moving forward, I'm not gonna cut that forward motion off. So what I mean is, where is it? How's your Friday going, Django? Like right here. I got this animation event that sets forward force to 0. I'm gonna get rid of it. So now he kind of just floats forward. I feel like that's smoother than the previous. How does that look? And he doesn't move forward here because there's some code set to keep him from moving into the enemy. All right, I think I'm good with that. We just need to have the fire ramp up and we're good. Hey, so I'm good, bro. Moving better after the injury. Ready for Galaxy Con. What about you? Yeah, I'm glad you kind of recovering, man. But definitely take it easy. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for GalaxyCon. I'm working on the I'll probably work on it some more today. The prop for Travis Touchdown. I had to start from scratch because the one that I made way back when, so beam katana, the saber, like the little lightsaber that I made it from, doesn't work anymore. So I had to go and get the other lightsaber I had, and I gotta repaint it and make the little bits that go around the beam katana. Is the thumbnail Omega? Yes, that is Omega. It's basically just retextured Zero. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Fire. So I need to go back to the animation. Find the fire, which is gonna be this. This is normally the main culprit. So I wanted to eventually hit these numbers. It's like 0.3 for size, 0.45 for the amount, not 0.45, 45 for over distance. We'll have it start small, like 5, and then start size would be 0.1. And then by the second swing, that's when it'll be 0.3 and 45. So we should see a ramp up. I could have it start from 0 instead of 10, but let's just see what this looks like. I think it might start from 0. I think I'm gonna restart it from 0 so we can see a more like drastic ramp up. What level are you remaking? So as far as the level design goes, really haven't thought much into that right now since I'm just focused on the combat. Also, when the project finally does get to that point, it's not going to be like one-to-one remakes of levels. It'll be levels inspired by the original levels, but they won't be like one-to-one recreations into 3D space. Love your content, by the way. This is one of the best fan projects I've ever seen. I appreciate that. But there are some good fan projects out there, though. Some really good ones. Let's see. Okay, you got time though. How's the project coming? I've been lurking the past couple streams, so you're all good. It looks amazing. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're working on the fire version of all of his special stuff, which this is the last one. Just getting some visual stuff set up. Cause yeah, after this, probably start wrapping the stream up. Where are the keyframes for that particle system? Oh, right here. I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit. Yeah, that's a better ramp up. So it starts with less fire, and then towards the end you get the full effect. Same for that one. Same for that one. probably could do it with this, but I think it's fine. I do want to change that startup speed though. What other Mega Man fan games do you play? Well, I haven't played one in a long time, but one that I'm looking at is Mega Man X Corrupted. And then someone in the chat, Spyro, Spyro is also working on like a ROM hack for one of the games. And then there's one more someone had brought up. It was a Mega Man Zero fan game. But Corrupted looks good. Why does that happen? Because that attack does not have a lot of upward force on the hitbox. I think it was set to 2. Mm-hmm. Let's try a combo. Too high up. That we all been looking at Corrupted. Yeah. Ah. Physics. I need to fix that issue. That'll probably be what I do off stream. Like first thing I do off stream is fix this issue. It's funny how I can just recreate it. I basically just need to set a little check on the enemy to look below it. And if 0 is down there, it needs to move it horizontally, like to get him away from 0. So yeah, that's probably the first thing I do before moving on to the electric stuff. Yeah, because that's what's causing this problem right here. Back, sorry, I had to take care of my cat. So you're good, no problem, no problem. There we go. Did you fix the hitbox? Yeah. So yeah, we got it. It ramps up, so it starts. It doesn't look like it ramps up fast, but when the attack starts, the trail is a little small, a little light. I might make it start even less, so it's more dramatic of a ramp up. Just to see what it looks like. Here we go. Just to see. I am curious. So it starts emitting nothing. And then it just ramps up. So what I'll do is I can find the keyframe. There it is. I'll decrease the size, decrease the end amount to like 30. That way the last hit has more than, yeah, I like that. I want the last hit to have more of a trail to it though. Nah, it's all right. Let's see. Are they orange cats? Have you thought of giving him dual sabers? Uh, it's something I could have done. I thought maybe letting Mythos Zero handle 2 sabers. I have the animation set for dual blades, but I think I might just leave that one alone. It's definitely something I've for sure thought of adding, but I'm not sure right now as far as when. But yeah, for sure he does have 2. Like there's plenty of concept art showing Zero with 2 sabers. So I mean it looks good enough for now. Right. I just found it funny you never had him use both in any of the games, right? But they had to cut back on a lot of stuff with those games. I'm just going based on like the stuff you saw in the concept art versus what we got in the game. Make sure these still work, like the regular versions. So now these need to be fixed. Like the setup for these, which this is going to be Raijin show. That's just going to be how it looks. Just need to change that last hit at the end of it. Raijin Geki. Like Raijin Geki Plus. I have an idea for this where instead of having the extra hits happen before the special attack, it'll be the special attack first, and then the new stuff will be at the end of it. Basically, since Thunder form is going to be like his ground combat form, I want him to have a way to follow up after this. So he'll have some type of follow up where he closes the gap between him and the enemy. Which I'm thinking the original Raijin Geki that I had in this game was he would dash forward first. Like he would cover a lot of distance forward and then do a stab. But because of a physics issue where Zero was like pushing the enemy out of the way, the attack would pretty much just whiff. If you were too close, it would just miss. So I changed it to where Zero didn't lunge and he would just do the stab. But now that I fixed that issue where Zero pushed the enemy out of the way, well, he still nudges a little bit, but that's not a problem. But now that I fixed that issue, I can bring the lunge, like the original lunge, back. They're blowing my phone up now. Gotta go get ready to end the stream. So yeah, he'll do that, and then a lunge forward, like a dash forward into some attack that sets up a follow-up. Because like we said yesterday, the goal for the thunder form is to keep the enemy on the ground. So the thunder form is going to have ways to follow up more for ground combos, versus the wind form will have better ways to follow up for air combos. That's the plan anyway. Can you teleport with a lightning effect? That's the idea. Well, that was one idea. I know the ice form I want to do a teleport to, but yeah, one idea I had in mind was this, and then teleport over top and then stab down. But that would require making sure you have a lock on target. Otherwise, Zero isn't going to know where to go for the teleport. And then there's the whole lunge forward thing. But could be both actually. Like the ground one could be the lunge forward, and then the air one, like if he hits the enemy with it in the air, that one could be the teleport. Like teleport above the enemy, come down with a lightning bolt, bring the enemy down to the ground, and keep the combo going. So we'll try both. A teleport would be cool though, because I have this effect that I want to use more. Where is it? I made a particle effect for, where are you? Oh, that's right. Hold on. I have this effect that I want to use more. Yeah, like a teleport next to the enemy type. Oh, yeah. And it would make sense for the thunder form to have like teleportation, or some really fast moving gap closer. And after fixing that physics issue, it makes more stuff possible without Unity's physics engine having an issue with it. Because Unity doesn't like not even two, just one really fast moving rigid body running into another rigid body. Unity freaks out sometimes when it comes to physics. Will Omega have all of Zero's abilities or his own set? He is going to have his own stuff. Some of his own stuff. Or a better way to put it is he's going to have his own version of our playable Zero stuff. But I have to make sure I give him Rikoha, his 7-hit combo that he uses in the game. And actually, in this project, like with the combat system in this project, I might extend it. Like instead of a 7-hit, he might have, I could crank it to 17 if I wanted to. But I have to make sure I give him like the Blade Beam, Rikoha, and his 7-hit. He has Hook in his arm for the complete workbook. Can you do a confirmation on hit to have Zero teleport? Yeah, that's what I would have to do. It would have to be like a confirmation on the hit. Either a confirmation on the hit or check if he's locked on to an enemy. And then check the distance between him and that enemy. But you're right though. For sure, we're gonna have to do some type of check before the teleport. A black Getsu Katensha. Oh, Genmu Zero, the big wave slash. Double Buster Shot and Wave Slash 2. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I give him his moves, at least give him his stuff from the fight in the original game. Like make sure he has that stuff as like the start, his base kit, and then from there we can kind of play around with new stuff to give him or variants. But yeah, the plan for Omega is to make that the hardest fight in the game. I'm also giving him a phase 2. Someone had asked about it a second ago. Give me one sec. These spam calls. All right, but yeah, I want to give him a phase 2. Someone had mentioned Zero's black armor, and I thought about giving it to this Zero, but I think I'd rather give it to Omega. Let Omega get the black armor for like a phase 2. Maybe some stuff from X Dive. Possibly a lot of this comes from X Dive. Zero's models from X Dive. Or Cross Dive. I always just call it X Dive. This was two separate things, but still from X Dive. Same for this. Same for this, but this isn't actually a grenade. It functions as a grenade in the game, but this is actually one of the capsules that, you know, X would go stand in to upgrade and all that. The other models are also coming from it. Copy X, Harpoon, Leviathan. Omega is just going to be a texture swap on Zero. I think Omega summons some meteors and that. Oh, that's cool. Jeez. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go, but I think we're good for today. Let's do a quick little combo, because I haven't practiced much with the jump cancel since I've added that, so all right. Yeah, I need to set the visuals up for those now. All right, wind form combo. Well, the go-to is, well, the one I usually just go to is this. Never mind. You clocked out early. Definitely need to fix that where it's not actually wind hitting him. I messed it up. I forgot to cancel. Oh wait, I was supposed to pop the shield. I might need to extend the double jump. I mean the jump cancel window too. 'Cause the thing is, in wind form, you get a double jump, but you also get a jump cancel, so you can do both. So you could do like this, jump cancel, do something, and you still get the double jump. Pop the shield. Judo, what's up? We at the end of the stream. Just doing some combos real quick. There you go. And then something like that. But I do need to fix this bug. That I need to fix that. Or better yet, where's this? Ah, I missed the jump cancel. Ah, it'll be easier once I get a good setup for weapon switching, where it doesn't take as much input. Because right now you have to hit up or down on the D-pad and then hit X to confirm it versus just switching. That's an option. Throw the shield on the enemy and it acts like a tornado, hold the enemy back up. Yeah. So when you throw it and then you call it back, that holds the enemy in place and then pops them up at the end. Ah, I messed it up. Yeah, wind form is fun. Whoa, I went under him. Let's try this one again. Keep it simple. That's not simple. And then up. This jump cancel, did it too late. Pop the shield. Ah. He's too far away. Gotta nerf the knockback on some of these moves now that I fixed the physics issue of zero pushing the enemy away. I'll take it. But sometimes you can actually whoa. Yeah, if you cancel at the right time, you can jump cancel that move without the need of the shield to pop the enemy up. You can just jump cancel it and catch him. Like that. But in wind form, it'll be easier to jump cancel this once it turns into air rave. He's too far away. You can get wind form, wind more air dash, but right now it has double jump. Air dash is the recoil rod's ability. Which, you know, on its own, it's still kind of crazy. I could have kept that going. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do now is to jump cancel this move into the air dash in the beginning. Just love doing that. Is he gonna finish? Got it. Whew. I almost dropped that one. Time to suffer in War Thunder. Combat looking great, appreciate it. So yeah, that's win, and you can stay up there for a while. Like if you catch him with the shield first and then you take him in there, just do a bunch of crazy stuff, especially either with the shield or like this. Wait, there. And it's still going. It gets crazy. Man, I remember playing the Zero and ZX games. I don't think I ever beat either one. I never finished ZX because my DS at the time broke. I did get the collection on the Switch though, so I need to go back and finish it. Ice still, well, ice will be good once we add freezer to like the rest of the stuff, because right now the only thing that can freeze is this. And I need to make sure today, after the stream, to set up these moves to actually change the hit color with a hit element, because they still think they're all fire and they're not. That aside, this looks good. I actually don't want to touch how this looks. Except that slash, that red slash needs to change to blue. But I do like this. Need to get rid of the fire. So it turns into a scythe, pretty much. Just need to make it blue. Oh, you mean like the snowflakes on the blade? I wonder why it's doing that. That's not intended. Looks kind of crazy though. I might leave it. See, it is now. Yeah, I need to add the ice version of this other stuff. These are pretty much done though, honestly. I just need to change that hit at the end, that last part. That one's good, except for that red slash. Need to figure out what this is gonna do for its plus version. Zero has a couple of ice moves that I can kind of pull from the original games. I was thinking maybe a follow-up. Either a follow-up or... Because right now this pops enemies up, but I want to change that to where it doesn't. It's just going to freeze them in place. So maybe... I don't know. I need to look at Zero's other ice stuff. The only thing I cannot forgive from the first ZX is the damn map. I hated that thing. Yeah, I remember being lost, not knowing where to go. You talking about at the base, right? The home base? Yeah, I remember being lost. All right, let's save. Let's save. I didn't forget this time. Didn't forget this time. All right. You could mix here at Suzanne with Rikoha for the enhanced version. Orakuho. I hope I pronounced that right. I know which one you're talking about. I know it's not you're not talking about Rekoha, the beams of light. You're talking about another one. Rakuhoha. Hope I pronounced that right. Isn't that one the one where he is that the no, that's not the one where he jumps up and can stick to the ceiling, right? Is that Rakuhoha? Rakuhoha? The one where he jumps up, sticks to the ceiling, and shoots spikes down? Oh, the one where he shoots at every angle. Oh, okay. Like Ken's special Shoryuken. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll definitely try that out. Off stream, he said where he goes straight up. Okay. So yeah, the plan now, off stream, I'm gonna fix where the hit effects aren't showing the right element. Take care of that today. I'm gonna get started on the Thunder version of the specials. And then over the weekend, I'll probably just work on the rest of them, just get those knocked out. I'll have one more live on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, but I probably won't go live for the rest of that week because I'll be getting ready for jeez, take a sip. I'll be getting ready for GalaxyCon, and I have to get the devlog ready to go by that Saturday. So over the weekend, I'm going to wrap up the rest of the work for this project, or the rest of the work for this phase of the project. Do one more stream on Monday to just show like what was done over the weekend, and then I'll do the devlog. I'll be editing the devlog rest of the week, so I probably won't be live. Because I got a lot of footage to go through. But yeah, editing. I feel like I'm a slow editor. Like I'm still trying to get like a flow when it comes to editing the devlogs. So, are you gonna watch Evo this weekend? I'm going to try to watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna be at a convention. But I'm gonna try to watch it. I want to see if there are any new like crazy announcements that pop up. They fix it on ZX Advent, at least the map and actual Metroidvania one. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the stream. It was awesome. I appreciate it. But I appreciate you being here, chatting, conversating. But yeah, let's see where we at. Yeah, 148. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'll be back, like I said, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate all y'all being here. Appreciate the chat, the conversations, the suggestions you gave for Zero. Definitely appreciate the support. I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay out of this heat. But yeah, see you all on Monday. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.